Did you know that Germany remains the only European nation to have won a FIFA World Cup in the Americas? As impressive as that is, they show no signs of slowing down anytime soon, especially with a couple of prodigies currently stealing the show. But where exactly are the last 10 German Wonderkids? But first, we gotta go back in time to August 15, 2006, when a man named Manuel Neuer received his first call-up to the German national squad for his under-21 debut against the Netherlands. Neuer did a pretty great job, as he won the 2009 UEFA European Under-21 Championship in Sweden and kept a clean sheet in the 4-0 win in the final against England. Everyone started to recognize the potential in the boy, who was initially seen as an underdog, and this earned him a call-up to the senior team. This time for a tour of Asia. Neuer maintained composure and lived up to expectations, but his debut at the 2010 World Cup was not what anyone expected. I wouldn't call it an accident, though, but I mean, even the shot stopper never saw it coming. Of course, critics called it a failed move, and pundits were on the sidelines waiting to give their verdicts as usual. However, when René Adler developed a rib injury, Neuer immediately became the starting goalkeeper, and things couldn't have gone better. In a tournament that had more goals than ever, Neuer conceded only 3 goals and provided 1 assist. If you don't think that's world-class, I don't know what is. Soon after, he made a high-profile switch to Munich and became one of the most reliable men between the posts. This guy just has a way of rushing way ahead of the box or creating attacks for his team to avert dangerous situations. And that's exactly what he did at the 2014 World Cup when his side beat Argentina in the finals to lift the trophy. Neuer has won 11 Bundesliga titles, 6 DFB Pokal Cups, 7 DFL Super Cups, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 UEFA Super Cups, and 2 FIFA Club World Cups. There are levels to this thing, man, and you bet Toni Kroos cracked the secret code just like his buddy Neuer. See, Toni is not your average midfielder, and he's not regarded as one of the greatest midfielders for nothing. Unlike other players who spend their prime years competing for second-tier teams, Kroos became the youngest player to represent FC Bayern Munich at 17 years, 8 months and 22 days. And no, it wasn't just a case of filling up a vacant spot. Kroos made an on-the-spot impact by providing 2 assists in a game Bayern won 5-0. In fact, Ottmar Hitzfeld just couldn't keep his mouth shut about the game because he was like, Kroos always makes the right decision on the pitch and you don't have to tell him what to do. When it was time to say his goodbyes to the Bavarians, Kroos had racked up 3 Bundesligas, 3 German Cups, and a Champions League. He took things up a notch when he helped Germany win the World Cup in Brazil. At Madrid, Kroos won 5 more Champions League titles, making it 6 in his career. He has also won 4 La Liga titles and a Copa del Rey. In total, Kroos has won 34 titles and has a chance to make it 35 before retiring. Throughout his career, Kroos has played 859 games, scored 90 goals, and provided 186 assists, including 108 caps, 21 assists, and 17 goals for Germany. He has made 465 appearances for Real Madrid, with 98 assists and 28 goals. While Kroos is doing his best to remain relevant, I bet he still thinks back to 2017 when he was the second most valuable player in the world. And did you know that my man Thomas Muller was valued at £64 million around the same time? It actually didn't come as a surprise because everybody wanted him on their teams. Muller was the kind of guy who could keep a woman. Trust me, not many players stick with one club throughout their careers. I bet that's why Lisa kept him, after all. Muller has been with Bayern since he joined the youth system in 2000. Anyway, when he was asked about his unique role at Bayern Munich, Muller described himself as a Raumdeuter, or interpreter of space. Now, this wasn't a role assigned to him by his coaches. He just likes to be creative. So, he invented and defined it himself. Muller finds space in the penalty area and uses his position to tip the balance against defenders, giving space to receive, thereby turning fullbacks into playmakers and midfielders into geniuses. On the international stage, Muller has played 130 matches for Germany and scored 45 goals in these games. He was part of the team that finished 3rd place in the 2010 World Cup and finished 1st in 2014. Now, if we are gonna talk about his achievement at the club level, I bet it's gonna require a documentary. But the same really can be said about the player who worked under Klopp but truly discovered football under Pep. You see, İlkay Gündoğan started out in VfL Bochum's youth academy before moving to FC Nürnberg in 2009. 2 years later, he found himself in Dortmund, where he appeared in over 100 games. Gündoğan quickly became one of the world's most promising midfielders, and he attracted attention from the Premier League. In 2016, he joined Manchester City for an estimated transfer fee of £20 million. And it was here that he really began to discover the inner workings of football. Before I joined Man City, I thought I knew football. Gündoğan told ESPN, I was 25 or 26 years old. I'd seen a lot. I'd played in the Champions League final. But now standing here after 7 years of Pep school, I'd say I didn't know anything about football before. He was City's first signing under Guardiola and immediately hit the ground running. There's no telling that the German is technically strong and capable of contributing at both ends of the pitch. His debut for Germany in October 2011 showed his ability to control the game's tempo. As of June 19, 2024, Gündoğan has made 80 appearances for Germany and scored 19 goals. Mr. Whippy, as he's fondly called by fans, still has a few years ahead of him. And who knows what more he'll achieve in the future. Now, there's one German wonderkid who took off right from the get-go and has never looked back. His name is Antonio Rüdiger, and he's been by far one of Germany's most successful wonderkids. He impressed so much at a youth that his debut for Germany was sure to happen. From then on, he became part of one of the most successful national squads in football history. Rüdiger has played for Stuttgart, Roma, Chelsea, and Madrid, and they all had something to say. Chelsea describes him as a tough tackler and a commanding presence in the air, while ESPN says he's a tall, quick, and athletic defender who is comfortable with the ball at his feet. When he joined Madrid in 2022, Rüdiger said, "My Real Madrid teammates have realized that I'm completely crazy." And he wasn't capping, bro, because 3 months after his unveiling as a Madrid player, he scored a goal in a 4-1 win over Mallorca and would later be named in the team of the 2023-24 Champions League. Call him a lucky duck, and you absolutely wouldn't be wrong, cause not everybody gets such opportunities. Not even someone like the guy Marino admires as a jack of all trades. Joshua Kimmich grew up playing football as a regular hobby. He practiced in his front and backyard until he broke too many windows with stray footballs. But all that practice paid off, as he became one of the best central midfielders in the world. In fact, his intelligence and understanding of different roles within a team only make him phenomenal. Kimmich started out at Stuttgart's academy, where he was teammates with future national side colleagues Serge Gnabry and Timo Werner. But he had his fair share of trouble and disappointments because he wasn't considered good enough at Stuttgart. "You're not good enough. Your body is not strong enough," the coaches said to him. Added that he needed another year with the youth team. But he wasn't the type to give up, so he put in the hard work and time. Just a few years down the line, Marino expressed his opinion. "I see him as a top right back, left back, center back, number 6, number 8, number 10. He has qualities to be anything. I think he's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal player." The phenomenal Kimmich got his first call-up to the national team in 2016 and has since appeared in 89 games for his side, scoring 6 goals. Meanwhile, he has scored 3 goals in 55 appearances for Leipzig and 42 in 390 appearances for the Bavarians. Kimmich is already a world-class player in several positions, but he's not the only German wonderkid to reach the heights expected of him. You see, many believe that Leroy Sane was born to play football. He's the fastest player in the EPL, having clocked a top speed of 22.05 miles per hour in City's 1-0 win at Chelsea in September 2017. He literally combines his pace with the kind of creativity and technique that made him a nightmare for any opposition defender. Sane debuted in the German national team in 2014 at the U19 level and progressed to the first team within 14 months. After 63 matches and 13 goals, he was included in Nagelsmann's squad for UEFA Euro 2024 in Germany, after nearly the whole season with 7 injuries with the Bundesliga giants. Now, he has the chance to show the world just what he is capable of. But whether he makes the most of it is up to him. But Kai Havertz, on the other hand, is making the most of his opportunity. You see, Kai graduated from Bayer Leverkusen's youth academy in 2016 and made his senior debut with the club the same year. It all started when Kai was having breakfast at home, and his manager, Roger Schmidt, called to ask him to come to a game because midfielder Lars Bender was injured. His mom quickly drove him to Leverkusen, where a chauffeur picked him up and took him to the game. In the 83rd minute, Kai found himself on the field and in the record books. Considering he started playing football at the age of 4, it's clear he still has more records to break. Havertz debuted for Leverkusen in October 2016 and scored his first goal in April the following year, securing a late 3-3 draw with Wolfsburg. The goal made him the youngest ever goalscorer in the Bundesliga at the age of 17. Havertz has a fantastic run with the team, scoring 46 goals in 150 appearances. But he was quite done with records. When Chelsea came calling, he signed an initial £62 million contract, which could rise to £71 million with add-ons, and became the team's second most expensive signing after Kepa Arrizabalaga. The kid quickly made waves by scoring his first career hat-trick and his first Chelsea goal in a 6-0 home win over Barnsley. He followed this with his first Premier League goal in a 3-3 draw against Southampton in October. He netted 32 goals in 139 appearances at Chelsea, and he showed no signs of slowing down, especially after scoring his debut goal for Arsenal just 3 months after joining the club. Kai received his first call-up to the German national team in 2018 and has represented his country in various matches ever since. I bet he still thinks back to his record as the youngest player in Bundesliga history to reach 50 appearances at just 18 years and 307 days old. But that record is nothing compared to what this next prodigy is set to achieve, cause some say he's the successor of Kevin De Bruyne, while others say he's the refined version of Thomas Muller, and his coach thinks he moves like Leo Messi. Regardless of the comparison made, one thing is certain: Florian Writz is going places. After playing a vital role in Cologne winning the 2019 U17 Bundesliga, Florian joined Leverkusen, becoming the team's youngest ever debutant in May 2020. However, he wasn't quite done breaking records, cause just 18 days later, the youngster went down in history as the youngest person to have scored a Bundesliga goal after losing it to Youssoufa Moukoko. He finished the 2020-2021 season with 7 goals and 10 assists in the 2021-22 Bundesliga after suffering an anterior cruciate ligament injury in March 2022. However, Writz returned in January 2023 and played like he's never been away. The exciting attacker scored 3 goals to help Leverkusen advance to the UEFA Europa League semis. As if that wasn't enough, he finished the 2023-24 season with 11 goals and 11 assists and became one of the only 2 German top tiers alongside Alejandro Grimaldo to register double figures in both columns. He perfectly wrapped up the season with a hat-trick against Werder Bremen, winning the club's first ever Bundesliga title, ending Bayern Munich's 11-year title run. Finally, winning the Bundesliga Player of the Year award. At the international level, the football prodigy received his first call-up to the senior team for the Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifiers and scored his first goal in a friendly against France on March 23, 2024. So it wasn't much of a surprise when he got invited to the squad for the Euro 2024. In fact, his opener against Scotland made him the youngest German to score in the Euros at the age of 21 years and 42 days. You bet he can't get it wrong. Just like Jamal Musiala is doing right now. And the right now part is relevant, cause this is the time to be doing the talking. Born in Germany to a Nigerian-British father and German-Polish mother, Jamal played for both England and German national teams at the youth level before choosing Germany in February 2021. He left Chelsea for Bayern at the age of 16 and has scored 45 goals in 173 games, so it wasn't a surprise when he was called up for the 2022 World Cup and Euro 2024. In fact, he was named player of the match in a game against Scotland after scoring a goal and having a 100% pass accuracy, making him one of the youngest players to score in the opening matches of the European Championships. All eyes are on the football prodigy, and maybe, just maybe, he's destined for the Ballon d'Or or something even greater. But what do you think? Is Musiala the most promising German wonderkid right now?